What's up, Patreons? Y'all ready for it? Here it is, the story of Love Child. Trayvon Jackson Davis. Woo! Let's get into this. Because you ain't going to believe this shit. We already know this story because we basically from Chicago, we lived it. And Michael Jordan is a part of it. So grab a seat and here we go. Everybody, what's up? It's time to get into the grease. Now, all the dark stories of the NBA, and the NBA is all full of dark stories about people hooking up, screwing people, happens. But when you're Michael Jordan, one of the biggest commodities of the NBA, he just finalized his marriage, went to Vegas, got married, finalized the paperwork with the lawyers. He's cool. Now the season is kicking off underway and he's back on the prowl. He needs to get back into the action. And the action means the women. They're playing the Indiana Pacers. It's 1989. They don't have a team playing. So they catch an early flight to Detroit. I mean, not to Detroit, but to arrive in Indiana so they can avoid the fans and everybody at the airport. Then they get on a bus, and that's it. But 9 times out of 10, when they go to Indiana, sometimes they just take the team bus and drive over to Indiana. And then they'll sleep over. Or sometimes the Bulls would take a commercial flight that would be early in the morning. They take a red-eye flight, get on the plane, fly in before the games. Here's when things took a turn for the worse. One trip to Indiana. Jordan's getting ready to play the Indiana Pacers that night. And he's out eating, and they got the Pacers later on. And he's like, Mike, I want to introduce you to somebody. This is one of his buddies. Rookie referee Eddie Rush. Eddie Rush comes over. Eddie Rush and Michael Jordan are very unique as people, you know, and he comes over and sees, you know, Jordan and says, hey, that's my guy, MJ. Gotta say what's up to MJ. Gotta do that. Now, little did he know, MJ was going to become his Eskimo buddy. Put him away, MJ. That's Eddie Rush. So Eddie Rush tells Michael Jordan, yo, I got a bad piece for you. And Mike was like, shoot, where's she at? It's like, oh, she's trying to sing. Her name is Carla. Carla Kneff came up out of a very religious family. She left at 18 to go stay with her guidance counselor and never wanted to return home. She went to Syracuse. She came back, but she never wanted to go back to that household. So she became a stylist. And then she wanted to be a singer, an actress, and a model. Blonde girl comes over, and next thing you know, Eddie Rush got Michael Jordan his little side piece. Should have never done that. Oh, it got bad. It got extremely bad. You see, the thing about dear old Carla was she was one that was, oh, she was the cute white girl that they liked. In the 80s and the 90s, they had the big hair out like Madonna, all blown out. But these things totally take a turn for the worse and go in another direction fast. But for MJ, oh, this couldn't go no fast enough. She was in love with Mike. Mike would come to town. Whenever he played the Pacers, he would say, hey, go get a room, book a room. I'm going to be there after the game. After the Pacers game, they would order room service. He would come up there, smash, hit it, then get on the bus. And she was in love. She had Michael Jordan. But she still had to blame Eddie Rush for setting it up. Eddie's like, look, I didn't set this thing up. I didn't put it in motion. You know, I need my taste too. But she's like, I'm Michael's girl. So Michael Jordan came around and told Eddie, like, hey, Ed, yeah, that's mine now. You gotta get you another one. So now Mike didn't cut Eddie out the whole thing. And Eddie set him up like, man, I hooked you up. Now I appreciate it. I'm gonna look out for you. So Mike said he was gonna look out for him. Now everybody was shocked that an NBA referee and Michael Jordan are buddies. That don't look good for the league. But again, nobody's saying anything at this time because nobody know nothing. So this goes on through 89, through 90. Then 1991, she's like, I'm pregnant. Now, Michael Jordan, who's just had Marcus, he's 2 kids in. This is going to ruin his public image. He's winning NBA championships now. He can't have this. This would ruin the whole family image of Michael Jordan. He was just in Ebony magazine. Oh, hell no. So his management team's like, you got to make this go away. Michael Jordan comes in, pays for her whole everything. Gave her the best hospital care. He paid for her hotel, her doctor bill, everything. He paid $250,000 to her to stay quiet about their whole affair and everything. He sent roses to her room when she had the baby. He ordered all that stuff there to make her feel special because she said it was Jordan's baby. So then they had to take a test to see, the DNA test to see, was it actually Michael's baby? Now, the DNA test proves that it was not Michael Jordan's child, according to how they went to go take the test and where they got the test from. Now, here's the problem. When they went to get the DNA test from Michael Jordan, allegedly it was done due with what, like lawyers and shady practices where people don't really know if Michael Jordan even took that DNA test. They submitted a DNA test saying Michael Jordan went in, signed, and took the DNA test. Now, from what we heard, This was not 100% accurate. That the person that walked in to take that DNA test was not Michael Jordan, the one that submitted. That's what the whole rumor is, that was not what happened. Now, here's the scenario. After it was proven that she had been sleeping around with somebody else and the DNA test proved Michael Jordan wasn't the father, she was surprised and stuck because in her mind, she was like, that's nobody else really I've been sleeping with. So he was like, you must have slept with somebody, but it ain't me. So now she's confused that maybe it was one of her other people she had been messing with. They weren't exclusive. She knew where she was and she had to play the role and she was happy to play that role. But now she's like, don't know who the father could be. So she had to go and do her search. And Mike was free of all debts, but he gave her $250,000 to keep their relationship a secret. Now, she's been going through the last 7-8 years, going through her life with this baby. And now she's getting older. And all these guys are hitting it. And she's just all throughout the league. Eddie Rush. Damn near everybody on the Indiana Pacers was back hitting this chick, tossing her up, throwing her around. It was everywhere. She had made her way to Portland. She was all over the map. Yeah, then Dale Davis hit it, and Travis Best hit it. And I'm like, my goodness. They double teamed this woman. Travis Best and them, they in there tearing this chick up, going to town, allegedly, and some other people. So she gets pregnant again. And all of a sudden, she's like, well, I was with Dale Davis and them. So they took a test. And it was like, yep, Dale Davis ends up being the father out of all the people that took the test. Damn near the whole entire Indiana Pacers had to take a test. Reggie Miller was upset because he was like, man, I didn't even know everybody was hitting this woman. I've had my chance to get with her, but I had my own situation. Like Reggie had his own chicks, but he was like, if I know MJ had a taste, I would have just wanted to do it just to mess with MJ. So the whole night changed. Everything goes up because Michael Jordan is now like, that's on y'all. I handled my situation already. So here it is. Money's getting low. She's got a new kid. He's a 6-year-old boy with Dale Davis. And this woman continues to be a thorn in everybody's side. She sues everybody. This is what she does. So she gets mad and goes after Michael Jordan and comes back and says he owes me $5 million in hush money. He claimed that I was pregnant with his child. He said, even if it's not the child, he's going to give me $5 million. So it's like, why would he promise to pay you $5 million in hush money when he's already paid you $250,000 already to keep your mouth shut, and here you are talking? So after the DNA test proved Jordan wasn't the father, she fraudulently misrepresented that to Jordan, that he was the child's father. And as a result of a mutual mistake, the alleged settlement contract was voidable. and unenforceable. So when you have something that's unenforceable, there ain't shit you can do about it. Now, this was a claim that never, could be made that would please the court, and they granted Michael Jordan the victory. So this woman has a history of doing this shit. Because right after she had the baby when he was 2, it just started getting crazy because she was trying to extort him behind the scenes. And Jordan was like, look, the paternity test showed that the child was not mine. And she was like, no, before I became pregnant, and thought that the baby was Jordan's, Jordan agreed to pay me $5 million to keep quiet about my affair. So she wanted that money. And she was fighting all to the courts to get it. But she kept suing everybody. She would not stop. And that's why people just didn't know what kind of person she was. Well, here's the thing. In her biography, and the life story about her, they're going to put in all these lawsuits that she kept doing, all these civil lawsuits she put in. She had plastic surgery done on her boobs in like 93 or something. And she said the doctor who put them in, he grabbed my boob. I'm like, well, he's giving you a boob job. I don't understand what you want him to do. But the lawsuit was settled out the court after she said he harassed me and he grabbed my boob, and I was going in there for my breast enhancement surgery, and I didn't like the way he grabbed my boob. So the plastic surgeon paid her $10,000 just to make her go away. Just like, go. I don't want nothing to do with you. So she got $10,000 for that, just from suing. And they paid her just to disappear. Now that flips. Because now, since she didn't win that case, shit's just hitting the fan. She's like, okay, well, I ain't got to work for a living. I'm going to find a way to sue somebody else. Because that's what she does. She doesn't know how to stop. So after that, she filed a lawsuit against a nightclub in LA talking about she was drugged and taken outside the nightclub, where she says that 2 parked attendants approached her and touched one of her breasts, while the other one rubbed his privates with her hands. This case was dismissed as it remains unclear if she received any settlement of any kind, period, for that one. But she loves to file these suits. Then she ran into a sucker at 12 o'clock. And that sucker was former football player and WSU alum Ray Jackson. Now, Ray Jackson is, a very nice guy. He fell in love with this woman. They get married, and he basically raised, what's his name? Travaris Davis Jackson. That's why he takes the name, because Dale Davis is the father of this guy. But Dale Davis don't want nothing to do with the kid. Well, it's not that he doesn't want anything to do with the kid. Let me reframe that. He's like, he was in his 8th year in the NBA and was like, look, I'll take care of my kid, and my financial responsibilities, but my NBA life comes first. That's what he told her, some stuff like that. Like, I got to take care of I still got to play in the game. I got to be focused on the game. So I ain't got time to take care of that boy. But I do what I can as a father. So he sent money in, but don't expect Dale Davis to come to no picnics. Now, the youngest brother, the child she got with Ray Jackson, and now she got her name changed to Jackson. So now she looks like two different people when people look up her name. Now she's gotten her new slate in life. But this chick was a cum master. Like, you can come on her face, you can come on her tits, anything you wanted. And after all that sperm and semen that was pumped into her, Dale Davis is the one, his sperm made it to the finish line. Now, the little girl that you see right there looks just like Michael Jordan's daughter. She looks just like the Jordan family. And that's why everybody's like, that's Jordan's kid. Everybody knows this is Jordan's daughter. I don't know how they finagled that DNA test. He probably had one of the other Chicago Bulls members come in and take that test for him, but that's Jordan's daughter. That's MJ's kid. And you can't fool me. I could see and tell a mile away. Now, it's no surprise what athletes do to get through the situation. Um, Davis Jackson, he's a good kid, plays good for the Warriors, played for the Indiana Hoosiers. It's not his fault. He's just a kid. He don't know what's happening out there. But Trey said, I'm going to take my father's name, who raised me, Jackson Davis. I'm going to at least give him that respect because he's the guy that raised me. Now, his daddy is the reason he's in the league, though, because he would have never gotten the spotlights, the highlights, the basketball camps, all of it. Now, the mom, she's all about getting him to the next level and doing everything possible. Like, we got to get him here. We got to do this because it benefits her and she sees a meal ticket. My son's going to make millions of dollars playing basketball, and that's just great. That is great for me. So as you can see, she's not thinking about anything other than. Well, the youngest son now is basically he's an NFL quarterback for, I believe, Tennessee or something, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Yeah, University of Tennessee. Trey Jackson. What's his name? Taven. It's Trace, and then it's Taven Jackson. So he's Taven. Well, the sister looks like Michael Jordan, but Jordan's never going to take that test. Never again. So, I mean, Jordan knows that's his kid, man. Come on. And right, when Jordan was nice and out the league, she tried to go back and sue Michael Jordan and get some more money. And it didn't work. And it's like, look, you're gonna have to actually do something for a living. Now she don't. She got Dale Davis to do the work for. So she finagled her way to get what she wanted. Can't get mad at that. She had a plan. She saw it through the end. Well, these situations, man, with Love Child, he didn't let it stop him. Dale did what he did and got them into the prominence of the league, the NBA, the whole nine. His daddy's name. Daddy got him in some camps, got him, where he should be. And that's basically it with him. But it just goes to show you what's actually happening out here. Now, if you want to get into the specifics of it, but she went out on stage to perform. Her mom was trying to make her into a star. Ariel Grace. Look at her face. Look at that muscle structure. That is Michael Jordan's goddamn daughter. MJ. Put her away, MJ. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, that is your daughter. Stop playing. I don't know how you was able to pull off the DNA test by having somebody else take it for you to get you out that lawsuit, but that is the daughter of Michael Jordan. And he got away out of that situation and avoided paying the money. But she looks just like his daughter. She looks just like Jasmine. So we at the what are you talking about Willis stage now. That's MJ all day. Look at the muscle structure. She's a walking muscle figure of MJ. The forehead, the nose, the chin. It's MJ. And the older she gets, the more she looks like his side of the family. And you hate to see that because they never get to know who their fathers are. Because everyone will call them a liar, dog them out, say you want some money, and all this stuff. And think about what all she missed out on because her mama was a hoe. That's MJ daughter, man. That is your daughter, 23. And you ain't pay that woman. Shame. So now you know about the love child. Well, these are all love children. All of it just to get some money out you athletes. This is what we talk about all the time when people get finessed, and it's sad, but this happens all the time in this industry. And this woman continuously still wants to come out to Michael Jordan for $5 million. He owed me this money for my silence. It's like, well, it ain't silence if everybody knows about the relationship. So what is he paying you for now? Can't ruin his marriage now. He's divorced. So Mike is not thinking, well, he's remarried now. Anything she was thinking about doing, she could forget about. It's done and done. The victims are the children that you keep having for revenue. You got Ray Jackson, and Ray just sitting there like, "Oh, get the money, baby." Now Ray is stuck with you. He's hoping his son go to the NFL. Your son go to the well, he's in the NBA, so you getting your money now, and your plan has worked. You have ate off of doggone black athletes to take care of your sorry ass your whole life. And this should be the wake-up call for professional athletes. Stop trying to get that quick nut off with these damn women, man, that's out here and with this agenda, because you're going to get slipped up and get trapped up like MJ. But MJ, he had enough money to get up out of it. He didn't pass the DNA test that he is 100% the goddamn father. I'm getting up out of here or I get in trouble. Deuces.